Test. All right, I think I'm live and the microphone works. So hi everyone. This is day number 61 for me of showing how I build my business. And today I was quite busy the whole day and I passed the German test. If you want to get citizenship German, then you have to pass this test. This is why in the last week I would say I had real little time because I was preparing for this test. It's not a hard test to pass, but I still kind of wanted to make sure that I'm gonna pass this test. So now I'm done. It's around 8 for me. So yeah. So now I'm back to streaming, and I think from now it should go more like we usually used to. Today I have a few tasks. I need to create trigger tasks. This is my main goal. What I need to do today. Okay, let me open. Let me open the chat. And by the way, tomorrow is gonna be as usually. Tomorrow is gonna be coding stream. Alright. So trigger tasks. What I'm building? As always, the first question: what I'm building and what are the trigger tasks? Well, I'm building here a coding school, and in this coding school, if you go to modules, we have here some trigger stuff. And as of now, those trigger cases, basically practice cases for practicing, they're not you cannot check them automatically, because if you go to other stuff like variables, for example, with variables you can immediately write here code and everything is getting checked here automatically, right? With triggers we still need to work on this thing, because we don't have actually the whole functionality on the backend and front end, how they're getting checked. Yeah, so for now we also, not only we don't have any coding there, but I think Sasha actually implemented, and I think now we should already have some checks there. But the most important, we don't really have those triggers in database, and this is the biggest problem. So let me open database, and I'm gonna have a look at how we only have one task, and I'm gonna have a look at how it is done. Tasks. Okay, those are the tasks. So we have 200 tasks, which is crazy to think about. And okay, points. I'm not really sure why there are 21 points for this one. That's strange. There are 21 points. Let's make just 20. 20 points. And that's the JSON. This is how the JSON looks like. And now we just need to take this JSON and move it into create it, update it. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT. Okay, the task is this one. I think it's good. Let's go this one. We're gonna modify those tasks in the system. Okay, this one doesn't really... Yeah, that's a good one. Hi, I'm good. How are you? Here we go. Now the ChatGPT starts failing. Amar, welcome. GPT-4, yes, it's GPT-4. Feels very cozy. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I usually don't stream at this point. I guess most people who are watching they're sleeping at this point. I am drinking coffee. Like it's 8 for me, but I'm still drinking coffee. Never a bad time for a coffee. I agree. No, I still have today to go to a birthday party, so that's why. We're gonna So today was crazy day actually. I don't know, we went with my girlfriend, we went to the city center, we ate out in the city center. We yeah, I passed the test. I went to my old apartment to collect the stuff that I got there. So like it was a lot. That's why today is I usually don't stream around this time. I usually just chill around this time. I have meetings. So this was good, but this is not good here. Wow, this wow. What Salesforce actually? Are you intern there? You sound Russian. I am not Russian, I am Ukrainian. What Salesforce? So Salesforce is a CRM system. I don't work there, but I work in the ecosystem. I've worked as a Salesforce developer, and my business is around Salesforce. That's why. Yeah, no, I mean, not that many people actually know about Salesforce, so that's. Write a trigger to update the close opportunity when it's close to 1. Trigger opportunity. Location. That seems to be correct though. What about you, Air? Where are you from? So here we need to check that it is not null. So I think starting from tomorrow we should be back on track, because the last couple of days, because of my test, as I said, it was quite crazy for me. I mean, it's not super difficult, but I still, the problem in Germany that if you fail this test, the next one that you can register is like 4 or 5 months. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to wait another 4 or 5 months. It's very lazy from ChatGPT. Something, and here's what I wanna actually that I noticed today. Something that I really improved in the 61 days of streaming every day is that how much more chill I am on the stream. Because I know that the first streams when I started, I was freaking out. Oh, how I'm gonna look. Oh, how it's gonna be. What I'm gonna talk about. Like, are people gonna love what I'm talking about? And now I'm actually, I'm just streaming. I'm just streaming. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna copy this one. It sets points to random things here. 20 points. Quite random. Okay, seems good. So I do, if you remember what we've been doing yesterday. Yesterday we were writing email for my email list, but today I'm doing another stuff because I'm blocking I'm blocking Sasha for developing his part because I don't have tasks in the ecosystem. So we need to create this like in the database. I need to create, let's say, 10 tasks and upload them. You know probably what I'm gonna add here? Type. And type will be trigger. That seems to be good. So first, the rule there is no Russian on the stream, and that about page doesn't work. I know there are quite a bit of pages that don't work. That's fine. We're still, I mean, we're still rolling out. The biggest goal is to actually bring quite. Cult, welcome, Cult. So the biggest goal is to bring the whole platform to working state so that it works properly. All the pages, they're not so relevant. The main part is the checking part and the articles. As soon as I have checking part and articles, we can go and have fun with all the about pages and all that. Why did it create multiple? Yeah, this is the last one. We don't need this one. We don't need this one though. The big gamer, hi. Is it ChatGPT v4 or 3.5? It's v4. 3.5 is not usable for those things. Even v4 is quite challenging to use actually. It's not smart enough. I think I'm waiting for GPT 5. GPT 5 is gonna be great. It just needs to get like a little bit, just a little bit more smart. Like, just a little bit more smart. I'm happy with how it. I'm happy with the interaction. I wish for a little bit more smart IQ on the ChatGPT and maybe a bigger context window, because you'll really see at some point when you run out of the tokens for the context window. Maybe I would love also to have a like quick voice interaction with the ChatGPT, but besides that, I think it's quite an awesome tool. Just need to get smarter a little bit. A lot of you joined actually for the stream. I did not expect that. Thought you were all sleeping there. Because usually I stream what? I stream usually, what, 8 hours before? We have really different style of music here. From techno to chill music. Have you tried Gemini? Because it has like 10 million tokens context window or something. It doesn't. 10 million tokens is for Gemini 1.5, which we still don't have it. So it was February 15, right? So it's like 2 weeks ago that they introduced it. They showed here indeed a lot of tokens, a lot of really impressive like demos, but we don't have it because what we have now is just Gemini Pro. and I have Gemini Advanced, and I'm not happy. Gemini Advanced sucks. In comparison to ChatGPT, there's really no benefit at all. Not at all, like, at all. I wonder when we're gonna get GPT-5. I wish it would be 2024, not 2025. I think the smarter ChatGPT gets, the more of this type of productivity that you observe right now we get. And this is also basically, it translates directly into the business efficiency. Because if not ChatGPT right now, I would spend so much time of doing these tasks, right? And look how many tasks I already created because of ChatGPT. They still gonna need to be tested, but I think they're primarily working on Sora at the time. No, I think they're working on everything. How big they are actually. Open AI. How many employees? Yeah, so they have like 1,000 employees. I think they're good to go for everything. As it usually, I think they work at everything at the same time. They're basically collecting this robot of AGI. How many K a month are you at the moment? With this platform, 0. We had one sale. With my just normal business, I would say around 1,500 a month, which is like 50% reduction of what we used to be. So I think in the last couple of months, I think the most I was like around almost 4K a month. But then now, because a lot of people finished mentoring part with me, I'm down to like 1K. And I cannot, so I'm waiting for my visa. Until I get the visa, I cannot really start anything super huge. But I'm gonna send a few emails next week or the next couple of weeks. Maybe I'm gonna get one of the, someone who's wanna do mentoring with me in the next couple of months. So I get at least till 2,000 a month. That's the list that I should get. Yeah. But we still didn't launch this platform, right? So it's still gonna take at least a month to launch. I would say even more. Maybe 2 months. I also need to do a little bit something that I realized about this platform, something that I did not realize when I started this platform. Does anyone actually need this platform? I feel like yes, but I haven't really spoken to people. And the most important is that I was not speaking to people what exactly do they want on this platform. Maybe they don't want to have all these triggers and all of that stuff. Maybe they want to have platform developer 1 preparation. Right? In Salesforce we have those certifications that people are really crazy about. So maybe they wanted that. So we're gonna like do small launch. I'm gonna get, let's say, 20 people, first 20 or first 10 people to test out the platform, and then based on that I'm gonna do further development to see what they wanna have. Do you see yourself having a full-time job in the future instead of being a freelancer? I'm not a freelancer. I am a founder. So I think there's a big difference, because as a freelancer, basically what you do, you're the same type of employee, you just do some kind of work for someone, right? You just basically work, let's say, on the contract base. But if you're a founder, your whole job and your main job is to build the company, right? To hire a team to build a company, not sell your time for like projects. So I don't see myself as a freelancer at all, and I hope that I'm not gonna go back to full-time job. I really hope. Did you raise money for this project? No, of course no. Why would I raise money for a course or for a coding school? I mean, this is basically kind of a mix between a course and a coding school. And yes, we do have tasks that you can practice, but also a big part of this coding school is actually the material that is written there, because those articles they're unique, and I know the way I teach helps people because I've seen people going from not being able to code to being developers. I know that it helps. So I know if I just translate this way of teaching into more automatic way, I will be able to produce like really good results for people who go through this thing. So it's kind of like a blend between a coding school and an actual course that you buy on Udemy. Now, this is what I try to do with this coding school. I try to fix this biggest problem with Udemy courses and any pre-recorded courses, is that you have the pre-recorded courses, but you don't have any practice. Or even if the Udemy course, for example, you buy a Udemy course, even if there are some tasks that you can practice, you only have answers and that's it. What I'm trying to do here is that it's interactive, that you can practice, that you get points for practicing. You can practice them directly on the website. That's what I'm trying to do. And as you see, the biggest bottleneck is me creating tasks and me creating the teaching materials, which is kind of, yeah, of course, because I am the teacher, I am the one who is, but I wish I could hire someone for that part. I wish. What I also found that ChatGPT is actually quite bad at counting anything. Let's say, how many A does this sentence have? Contains 5. Is it true? 1, 2, 3. No, I don't think it's true. And that's quite interesting, because if it doesn't use Python for actually counting, it could have used Python at this point, it would give the right answer. But if it just from just LLM itself, doesn't really work. And the same here when I say that the amount of requirements should match the amount of tests, doesn't work as well. So we have save point. I think it's correct. Show following error message. Burdened. Good. Okay, that sounds much better. What is Apex task? What do you mean, what is Apex task? Ah, Apex task buddy. This is a name of GPT. I thought you called me buddy. This is just a custom GPT that helps me. It has certain configuration. I'm not really sure how useful it is, but it actually helps. How does your automatic code checker work? Do you use GPT function? No, I don't use GPT for that. I just write tests and then I execute them against the Salesforce org. those are the tests. So here, assert is true. This is the test that is basically checking it. That seems to be correct though. Are you gonna add syntax highlight to Apex because currently kind of look like white and black? No, no, it's not true. It already has the highlight here. Look, string. It even has autocomplete. This is just a normal VS Code highlighting. So whatever VS Code has, I have. And let's do system.debug. My name. Run code. Bah, works. It's just that I'm here in the simple Apex where we're still working on this one, right? It doesn't really have too much of stuff going on. What tool did you use for that? For what? For the VS Code like highlighting. In Next.js you have, I forgot, you can just Google Next.js VS Code and it's gonna VS Code Next.js Next.js embedded code, something like this. I forgot how it is called. There's a component that you just use for the thing. I totally don't remember how it's called. Wait. Okay, let's upload those tasks. Arjun, hi. Okay, now we are finally over 200 tasks. That's good. Now let me. Well, if you're, yeah, it's damn. If you really want to know, I can look it up. It's not hard to look it up. Um, Monaco editor. That's this thing. Doubt. Welcome. Monaco editor. That's the thing. How are you doing with Doubt? This thing, yeah. Monaco editor. A browser-based code editor. I'm good. I had today my German test. Basically, when you wanna get your citizenship, you need to pass this test. I think I already, like, the test is so hilarious. You get 60 minutes, and they basically they want to ensure that only people who are well integrated get the citizenship, obviously, right? And and the questions are so easy. Like, the questions are, yeah. Let me remember what are the questions. Something like Germany is, and then you have 4 choices, and you can only choose one of them. Germany is a dictatorship, a social republic, or like, I don't know, like a communist republic, democracy, or like run by, I don't know, I don't know. Something like very stupid, you know. I can't even come up with that stupid of of questions, but they're so obvious. And then you see like 3 questions that are obviously wrong. It's obviously not a dictatorship. It's obviously not under the communism. It's obviously not. I think they had third Reich or something like this. So and you're like, okay, I do know the answer. And there were also a little bit more difficult questions, like, for example, when was the Germany formed in the way it is formed now, in how many, who was basically taking control of Germany once Germany was defeated in the Second World War, were Nazis bad or good, something in this regard. So there were a little bit more difficult questions, but at the end, it's 33 questions and you have to get 17 right. You have 60 minutes. So I go there. This is basically they have a special facility for it, where you take the course. I would say they take the whole first floor. So it's every room it has at least 10 people, and you go. It looks like a school. So I don't know what kind of school they have there in US, but it looks like typical school, you know, with the classroom with the whiteboard where the teachers will write something, and you go to this facility. They start. You all go in. You're all obviously foreigners, right? You all go in, and then now the woman starts explaining, and she doesn't. She speaks German, right? But she explains it as if you are, you know, you're a child. So here's the paper. Now we're gonna be flipping the paper, and you're gonna sign the paper, and you're sitting like, for those people who speak very well German like me, that's quite hilarious. And I mean, obviously it should be that everyone understands, right? So I don't complain about this part. And then she started for 10 minutes. She was explaining, we were signing something. She was explaining that, okay, so you have 60 minutes. You have to. Then she was explaining how you have to cross the answers, the right answers, how should you correct them, and she was explaining for 10 minutes, and then she said, okay, you can start. And everyone starts. Everyone is so, you know, like when you get a test and you can actually start, it's like, bam, I have to start. You start, and then I start, and I go there, I see the questions, and the questions are so easy that basically I finished in like 5 minutes the whole test. I finished the whole test in 5 minutes. Basically, the whole bottleneck of me finishing the test was how quick can I set this thing, because the questions are so obvious. So obvious. Like, what is the name of the capital of Germany? How many countries, or how many lands Germany has? When the Germany was formed? Blah blah blah. It's and I'm just doing this, and then 5 minutes I'm done. So she spent more time explaining the thing than I was doing the test. Yeah. So, but the test, it's not the actual the whole experience of a test. I think this is the actual test, because you can only register for this test 5 months in advance. So if you want to take this test, you go to them and say, hey, I want to take the test. And they open their system and they say, let's see when I have the next time where you can take the test. And they like swap like 1 month, second, third, and then they go, and somewhere, if you wanted to take the test now, you would have somewhere at the end of 2024 probably time to take it. So I registered for this test quite a while ago. And then you register for the test, you pay like 100 euros. And guess what? They have zero communication per email. They sent you a physical letter to your address that you specified. Physical letter. 2 weeks in advance. 2 weeks in advance, you get a physical letter, and you have to take this letter and bring it with you to the test station. And guess what? Of course, there is no email communication at all. They don't write you anything. You just get a physical letter. So yeah, I was lucky to remember that I have this test, because you can forget. I registered there 4 or 5 months ago. So yeah, so basically the actual test is just getting to know German bureaucracy. That's the actual test. Not the questions. If you can pass, if you have enough patience to wait 4 or 5 months and get a physical letter, then you passed it. Then you can become German. If no, you're not German enough. Yeah, a friend of mine went through the same Germany for 10 years, and he also said it was very easy, but the queue to apply the test was very long. Yes, that's true. Are you patient enough? Okay, you're not a German citizen. Exactly. So this is I spent today basically a whole day, the first half preparing for this test, which was a little bit unnecessary now when I think back. But at least I was sure that I could pass it. And then around 3 o'clock I had this test. It was fine. It was fine. So that's the test. And let me finish. So this one we have. This one we have as well. Oh no, this already. And Germany just passed a new law on citizenship, so I hope that I'm gonna be able to get my German citizenship quicker than before I expected. And they apparently only had 2 Anstellungspapiere. The city hall. I'm not really sure what. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine. It kind of. I think that the experience depends based on the city. And now when they have a new law on citizenship, so you can get the citizenship after 5 years instead of 8 years as it was before. I cannot imagine the amount of people gonna be applying for that thing, and how overwhelmed they're gonna be. They can give me a visa, just a normal visa, for 7 months. Imagine them trying to handle 1 million people more for citizenship. Okay, I already have this. If not all of this bureaucracy, Germany would be actually awesome country. But this bureaucracy, it is really making everything annoying. You basically can't do anything in Germany. It just takes everything forever to do. Oh no, they... Oh. Do they really have to change it from one character to another character here? I thought... I wonder, by the way, if the bureaucracy is a problem of German-speaking countries. If, for example, Austria and Switzerland are exactly as bureaucratic as Germany. When will you do a language test? I already have language. I don't need to do a test for it. And I studied in Germany, so I don't need to do these things. I was actually surprised that I have to take this test, because if you study in Germany, you kind of don't have. But apparently, I do. Everyone have to take it. Replace. Where are you from? I am from Ukraine, but I'm living in Germany. Okay, so today is gonna be... That's gonna be it basically for the stream. I know it was kind of short, but today I'm going to the birthday party, so a little bit of life have to be. And because I finally passed this test, I finally can go back on track and focus on meaning stuff. So today I'm still taking day off, an evening off, and tomorrow's gonna be the coding stream, and tomorrow I'm gonna be code, and then I'm gonna be streaming a lot, and then I'm gonna be back on track, and we're gonna try to get a few clients over the next couple of weeks for me for one-to-one mentoring. That's the plan. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Doubt. Thank you on my test. That's basically from now on only German bureaucracy and the visa is between me and German citizenship. So I'm quite happy about this thing. All right. Thank you everyone. Doubt, was nice to see you, and see everyone tomorrow. Bye bye.